Welcome, guys, to Rebel Rock. This is a weekly show. We talk rock and roll. We pick up new music. We talk with you guys out there. I am Dan. In the middle is Nick Grandchamp. On the end there is the RBK, Richard Brian Kahn. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, everyone? What's up, Dan? What's up, RBK? We're doing good. We doing good. Yeah,
We're all doing pretty well because we all had luck finding some new music at the thrift stores this week.
Yes, we did.
But
and
before we get to those, we're also going to be talking about Guitar World magazine as well, which I know if you were a guitar player in the 90s, you kind of like were groomed on it. You had to have it. You had the tab in there. So we're going to talk about that.
Yes,
we're also going to talk to the people because we already got people in.
Lincoln's always what's up, man? Damn kid's a true believer. You're not even a kid, but you're a kid to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm 34. I'm almost 35. You know what I'm saying? Lincoln, we love you.
Shout out to Lincoln.
So you know what? Why don't we do some pickups first before we talk about the guitar?
All right.
You know what? Grandchamp, why don't you go first? We're gonna go 3 items at a time. You go first.
Well, how about I speed quick these because they're all kind of the same realm.
Okay.
I'll speed quick them. So this is gonna be one group. So I went to the thrift, and I always pick these up when I get them because I think they're really rad. Books on records. So I've got Frankie.
Nice.
I got your Speedy Little Taxi.
Speedy Little Taxi.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've got Pinocchio. I've got Peter Rabbit, Bugs Bunny, and these were all $1 a piece.
Nice.
And the Little Red Riding Hood, and probably my favorite, Popeyes. This one's actually, it's actually worth like about $25. Not bad. They're super cool, and I still think the concept rings true. Like to have the comics, like you can read, but like if you want, fucking throw that in too. So I just think it's a really rad concept, and I think it's really cool that they're on 7 inches, and it's like legit, like a really cool combo. So so that's my one. Should I do some more? Or should we pass the buck?
Yeah, why don't we pass it to Richard Brian Kahn?
Now come back.
Yeah.
Non-music find. This is probably the coolest thing I found, but I found this.
Dude, I have one. Same thing. Yes, the piggy bank. Yes. Yeah, I have the same. I have the same thing. Yep.
It looks like them, doesn't it?
It does look like
and it's also in really good condition. That's from like 87, right? That's from the
89. So
89.
The research told me it was a mail away for a cereal box. Ralston.
Yeah.
With them. I don't know. But yeah, it's like immaculate. Like they obviously never put money in it. Wish there was money in it. I went to my local shop around the corner from me, and I picked some CDs.
Oh, okay.
It's a single, so it has like.
Oh, wow.
So it's always good to grab singles because they always have random live tracks.
Yes.
Beggars Banquet. Yeah, that's a great album.
I'll never find it on vinyl, and I'm not going to pay for it. So I'm lucky just to get the CD. I found this the.
Oh,
great band.
So it's like 2 EPs basically. So it's like a comp of 2 EPs.
That's pretty cool.
Of course, That Was the Day is like the first track to sell it. So that was popular. So that's three or 4 right there. You want me to keep going?
No, we'll switch it up. I'll hop in real quick here because I had luck. I found like a million CDs, but the first one that I took note was this Jack White.
Oh, nice.
Blunderbuss. That was like his big solo album. I remember when this came out. I love Jack as a guitar player.
Yeah.
The stuff he does really cool. Music wise, when he's doing it, on his own like that. I don't love it as much as I love the White Stripes, but still pretty cool to find. Another project he did right after, or I don't know, it might have been right around the same time, was Dead Weather.
Yeah, I've never listened to that.
You never heard Dead Weather?
No, me either.
I've never really heard of that.
So she's from a band called The Kills. Her name's Allison. She was also in a pop punk band from Gainesville, Florida called Discount.
Ah.
So fun little story there. That it's actually pretty good. Their stuff is pretty cool. And the last one I actually ordered this off of eBay. This band is called Sweetwater. This album's from 1995. You talk about a hidden gem. It's like straight up like power pop rock and roll, kind of reminiscent of Degeneration. Vocals are awesome. Guitar playing's awesome. I love it. I'd never heard about this band. Discovered them randomly, and now I love it. So there's your deep dive this week.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I like the cover. Yeah. Oh, so I guess I'm next, and this one I'm pretty stoked on. This is probably the best find I found in like probably around 2 or 3 months. So I was looking through a bunch of new records at the thrift store, and everyone's kind of like maniacs when they come out, especially me and this older dude. But I become friends with them because we were always there at the same time. And anyways, he was looking through the bin, and I was looking right next to him. And he came through, and he's picking up Dylan records, and he's picking up all these records. I'm like, fuck, man, I picked the wrong box. But he came across this, and he looked over to me because we know each other, and he goes, I know you like your replacements. And I found this original pressing of Hootenanny and the blue label. So, like, essentially, this is the original pressing. This is a very different record from their other stuff. But I was stoked to find it because it's just so cool. And I think a lot of people pass it up because look at this cover. It looks just like
terrible cover.
Yeah.
It's like a 60s band.
So that someone thought this was some shitty like 50s like bad rock and roll or something. You know what I mean?
Damn, son.
So I was stoked, and he let me have it. He knew. He's like, all right. He had those Dylan records, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna take these, but I'll leave you a bone.
That's all.
So I'm pretty stoked on that. It's actually a $200 record.
Damn.
If you look it up on Discog, yeah. So
hold on to that.
Yeah, I'm wondering. So I have another one, but do you want me to wait, or should I just do it now?
Do you have it? Is that all you have left?
No, I've got one big one left.
Right, let's keep it moving because you just had a heavy hitter right there. Richard Brian Collin, you're up next.
All right. Some vinyls. I got these at my friend's shop around the corner, so I'll show these real fast. I actually got reported for this in my own group.
What?
Yeah, I guess.
Damn.
I found it offensive. I didn't show that, so maybe that's more offensive. But who knows if somebody will report this tonight? I don't know.
It's so stupid.
Pretty decent record, actually. I never heard any of the songs, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Tangerine Dream.
Oh wow!
Right, something you don't see very often.
A lot of their stuff is far out there, bros. But this one's, if you like Pink Floyd and stuff, this is like pretty much close to that without vocals. So, pretty dope record.
Is that an expensive record?
No, it was like $10 I paid for that.
Yep.
All good shape. And this was like in a pile, and he hadn't even priced it yet. So I got this for like.
Oh, nice.
$5?
Yeah, the vinyl's immaculate. I listened to it the other night. It's great.
It's a great record, right?
Yeah. I was getting this regardless because I'm like, that's cool. Look at that.
Yeah, the art's so good.
That's the Roxy Music Girl.
That's really cool.
Thrift storing. I got this.
All right. Sesame Street.
It's immaculate too. It's pretty cool. And
that's really cool.
Did you spin it?
I haven't yet, but it's in like it's perfect shape.
That's a cool picture too.
So cool. It's like soul kids music, basically. The genre is called that on Discogs, so I haven't listened to it yet. It's pretty dope, huh?
Yeah, that's a great find.
I did get some other Disney records. I have a bunch of CDs. Do you want to go, Dan? Or do you want-
Yeah. I'll hop back in. We found a Tom Petty album I didn't have. Echo.
I've never seen that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm guessing this must be a little bit later because I don't know this album at all. So
2000s maybe.
yep, that's my guess. We found a Miles Davis.
It's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
We found Django Reinhardt, which is
Oh
cool
yeah,
to find.
the guy who burned his fingers right in the fire, right?
Pretty much like the originator of that gypsy folk music. We also found Bob Willis in his Texas Playboys.
Oh shit!
How
Wow.
I mean, like, come on, you're on the cover of your album riding a horse. And I was spinning this. This actually is a really good record. So if you like original Hank Williams shit, this was like a little bit before Hank, and I think just as good. Obviously, not quite as you know, on the edge of society, but really good, catchy. And they have a hype girl in the group, and all she does is like hoot and scream the whole time.
Hoot nannies.
She doesn't actually sing. She's just like, all right.
Oh man,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So cowboy music, I found
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna quick shot these quick ones until I get to the big one I want to say.
Okay.
So Lincoln was just talking. So
ooh, good choice, bro.
Got that. We were just talking
wow.
that.
Was that the same day, the same home?
No, this was the week we took off. That couple weeks last week.
Was that the thrift?
Yeah, different
wow.
thrift store. Yeah. So this right here is cool. I was telling Dan about it. This is the French press one with the different inserts. So that's kind of cool. I couldn't leave this behind, obviously.
Oh Jesus.
This is original pressing too. Yeah, it's a little beat up, but
that's in real.
Yeah.
Bro.
So, anyways, I have 2 gifts for you guys that I want to send you. You guys can take your pick over the ones what one you want. So, this is one option. George Carlin, yes. So
I have that album on vinyl. That's a
you
good
got
one.
it, RBK.
If you want to send it to Dan, sure.
I'll say yeah. You got this one, Dan?
I don't have that one.
Nice.
All right, so this one's can be yours and this one mine. I know that you guys mentioned you liked them, but anyways, let me get to the one that is kind of interesting real quick here. All right, so listen, I did some research on this, and I don't know if you guys know the story behind this. Okay, the Beatles yesterday and today. All right. So we talked about the Beatles a couple of weeks ago on this, but this original album cover was way different. You guys know the story?
I do know the story on this.
So yeah, the controversial story about the baby and the dead kids on the front. So
yeah.
This is actually got sent back, and if you look right here, you can see where they put a freaking new cover on this. So apparently, depending on if it's in like stereo or in mono, like it's worth some money. But it's so hard because some of them got sent back, some of them didn't, some of them were like that. But it's all original, so I just thought it was really cool. Looked some more information. It's around the $80 mark, but still kind of cool story that they literally just like half-ass threw a new cover on. It's like
crazy what they used to do.
I wonder if you could iron, put something hot over that, like they do videos.
Oh yeah,
melt that off.
It's still underneath there, dude. It is. Those are my pickups. I thought it's kind of cool. You got some fun stuff.
That's dope.
Jesus, you're going with the heavy hitters. Richard Brian Kahn, you're going to have to step up your game right now because Grand Champ is just. Well, all right, Black Crows. That's a good start right there.
I'm happy I found one of these in good shape. So many good songs on here, bros.
Oh, it's
really good album. Took a chance on this. I know it's the dude from Wilco.
Yep, Jeff Tweedy and Jay Farr from Sunvolt.
Yeah, I didn't know if my wife might like this. If not,
That's a great album.
but if she doesn't want it, I have a big trade pile for the record store. This is cool. Slint.
Never see Slint stuff. Great
Real
find.
Bizarre, very bizarre band.
What do they sound like?
I don't know what to tell you. Some songs sound like Primus, but not like silly, and some songs sound like it's real indie, like
indie, kind of
all
progressive,
over the place.
art,
All
kind of
over the
progressive too. Like good playing on it, I do believe. The guitar players pretty
Every
decent.
time I've listened to it, I like it more. At first, it was like, what? And then second time, I'm like, that's cool. So I'm gonna give it a third listen. Found this Rockets from the Crypt.
Oh fuck yes! We were talking about that. Dan and I.
First album, I do believe.
First
That band.
I guess, yeah.
Actually, Dan, did I give you a Rocket to the Crypt CD?
Yeah, you gave me RFTC album.
Yeah. Oh, clutch. Okay, yeah.
I hate that band, but I know that band.
Kevin loves that band.
I'm not a huge fan, but it has Streets on Fire. It's like live. This is all live. There's a bunch of Clutch CDs I found, but all the CDs were missing.
Lincoln talking shit on the Black Crows. Come on now. Oh, Screaming Trees. All right, you don't see that album very often.
I know nothing about this, but
Dan remembers Screaming Broccoli from Burlington.
Oh shit. Do I ever?
When do you see Screaming Trees CDs?
You don't really.
I'm not, it's a later CD, but I've just never even heard of it. It's in good shape and everything, so.
Never come across that one either.
So it's from the 2000s. So
I feel like, that a lot of that genre of music did get lost in those early 2000s, like we were talking about that Tom Petty stuff.
311.
Oh man, I don't know.
I'm not a fan. I got this for my wife. She likes 311 a lot. But
when I was in high school, I loved 311. I won't lie.
21 songs on the CD.
I won't lie.
Your money's worth back then, though.
Guess so.
All right. Finally.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
And it's not scratched up, and it's not a BMG. It's gross.
That's pretty cool.
I love White Zombie.
Creature of the Wheel is probably my favorite song.
First two albums, all you need.
Look at him in that Look at him in that photo. He's so fucking.
I was looking these T-shirts up. Oh my god, on eBay, they're like $200-300 for those T-shirts everybody wore to high school.
Yeah.
Nuts. I'll do one more, and it's off to you, bro.
Oh yeah.
So this
has three little pigs on it. Dun 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 da 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 da.
It was like a third pressing of the CD when they're still jelly, but so I got pretty much everything that I need by Green.
What are they called now? What are they called now?
They're called Jelly, but they were Jello, and then Jello sued them, so they couldn't use them. They had to change all that up.
That's funny.
All right. We found some hip hop this week.
Nice.
It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes we do. We found this Black Sheep album.
That's cool.
Which is a classic 80s album. The big hit off of this is The Choice Is Yours is the big hit.
Black Sheep.
Yep. So good. I didn't realize they were part of that same Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. They were all in the same kind of clique together.
Awesome name too.
Yeah. We found this Roots CD.
Nice.
How I Got Over. I don't know this album at all. But
I like Phrenology. The one called Phrenology is really good.
That's a good one, huh?
The Roots, that band, not to stop you, but that band, I think everyone knows the Roots, but not a lot of people know, how many Roots songs can you name? Right, a lot of, you know what I mean? It's such a weird band that got big, but
it's just weird that you know the drummer more than you know the actual music. That's crazy. Speaking of De La Soul, I've never seen this album.
Yeah,
never seen that.
And speaking of the highlight of the week, out thrifting.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Two
That cover is sick.
So this album is out of print, and because there's a $1 million worth of samples on this album, so they're like it's done. They're not. I don't think they can even play it on Spotify or anything like that for some weird reason.
Yeah.
But physical media with it, it's if you find it, there's a 2 CD set, which is this, and it goes for about $40 or $50.
Wow,
it's crazy.
And then there's a single CD one that goes for about $35. So,
damn.
That and this thing is like it's mint. It doesn't look like it was even played.
Nice grip.
We found a J. Cole record, which I don't know this album very well, but I have heard some J. Cole that I enjoy. And then I guess I'm going to catch up on Kendrick Lamar because.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I always liked his album covers. Yeah, pretty
so
cool.
we got the collection right there. We're good to go. So I can catch up. I can see what the hype was all about before. You know, if I thought hip hop sucked then, little did I know what it was going to become. So now I can go back and appreciate how good it once was.
He's a real MC. So.
Yeah, no, and obviously he's got stuff to say. And
I think he's retiring. Actually, he's moving on to something else.
Pop punk, like all.
Yeah. Hopefully, he doesn't know what MGK is doing right now.
Yeah, he's talking shit on.
You know what? I don't hate that Machine Gun Kelly stuff. I'll be honest. I'm like, I heard it. I'm like, I've heard worse. I have heard way, way worse.
Yeah. I mean, I just hope he's like talking shit about everyone though. But that's his get. He like talked about a bunch of shit about Slipknot. I'm like, why do you do? You just like, I don't know.
Doesn't even make sense.
Doesn't make sense. He's just hit.
Love Fushnikins.
Shaq Fu.
Yep. You guys got any more pickups?
I forgot to show one.
Let's see it, Grand Champ.
Frank Sinatra, baby.
Ooh, that's pretty.
A Man Alone. It's actually in really great shape. It's like fucking ace, dude. Even the back.
I feel like you only find his compilations and shit. You never actually see albums like legit. It looks like a real album. Doesn't look like a collection.
Rod McCurran's and other songs by Rod McCurran. So that's kind of cool. I didn't realize he was like a poet. And he had his own records out that were like, he used to write music with it. Have you ever heard of him, Rod
No.
I think I'm saying his name. McCurran? I think I'm saying his name right. So I have 2 of his records and books that I also found at the thrift. And it's like spoken word, but he wrote the music with it too. And it's just wild. It's kind of cool. But I just noticed that when I showed you guys. So it's kind of cool.
Say, I'm proud of you, Grand Champ, for doing some research and trying to expand your horizon a little bit.
Out, bro.
I've been. Hey,
I can tell Richard Brian Kahn is a little bit shocked right now. Holy shit, you did some research.
Oh, well,
you can also trade those in too. Those Sinatra.
Here's the thing. The thing is too. It's like, you know, I know the heavy hitters, and I can tell when, you know, by doing the show when you guys have talked about bands I didn't know, and I think it's almost too like the last 5 years have been really kind of deep diving into certain things and trying to catch up to the years that you guys have on me, because you guys. Probably about 4 or 5 years older than me. So you have that little bit more of depth. So I'm trying to be like, oh shit, I should check into some of this stuff that I barely missed. You know, I just barely missed some of these bands that you guys were like, oh my God. It's weird how like just a couple years down, you can miss like a movement, you know? It's like, it's strange in that way. I have a coworker that just saw Bone Thugs and Harmony. And it's like, she was like, this shit was fucking huge. And I had just, you know what I mean? I had just missed it, you know, like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I know that first album was insane. It was so good.
Right.
Anything like it.
And she was telling me, like, I knew of them. Like, I knew that, but like, I had just, it's kind of weird. Like, I even see people today, like, when like Blink released like Enema of the State, everyone's like, they weren't there for it. So it's like that weird, they're like, oh, I listened to like, you know, like the self-titled. I'm like, shit, you gotta look up Dude Ranch, and like they're getting into it, but it's backtracking.
Whenever they come in, that album is their favorite, is the current album that they hear.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but at the same time, you got to be objective a little bit and be like, in retrospect, maybe it wasn't the best.
Yeah, especially when there's so much. But yeah, guys, it was a good week of the
yeah, good snags. I know Rich Brian Kahn's got some more shit.
All right, so this is some of your the obscure stuff. So there was Mr. Bungle and their band. Everybody but Mike Patton made a band, and they were called Secret Chiefs 3. And I found some of their stuff.
Now, is that stuff pricey at all?
And it's all instrumental. There's no. It's in like the $15-$20 range, I guess. And these are all immaculate too, so it's pretty cool. And this is the third one. It's real weird.
Wow.
Just very bizarre. But it's all like, I don't know, if you ever listen to Mr. Bungle albums, they go from one style to the next, and these are no different. So it'll be like a Aladdin type music, Arabian Nights, and then it'll just be like thrash music, and then it'll be like emo, and then it'll be, I don't know, cha-cha. It's very bizarre, but great finds. Found this Sonic Youth. Oh god, that was a bad glare.
That's cool.
I've never seen that album.
So it's like a 2000 release.
That must have been right towards the end then.
So like 80s and 90s Sonic Youth. It's like I'm like half and half on all that, but their 2000 stuff is real chill. It's very, lo-fi, it's real chill.
I will say they're probably one of the most overrated bands in my opinion, but I've been saying that for years.
I didn't like them in high school. Like I liked some things about them, but I wasn't buying their albums.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I like the concept of them better than I actually like the songs.
But the later stuff, like if anybody wants to look into Sonic Youth, obviously they have really great albums that are from the 80s and 90s, but the 2000 stuff is real chill. It's just real lo-fi, like
as it should have been.
Yeah. I got this Roxy Music 20 Greatest Hits.
I guess that's a good find.
Yeah, pretty cool. Because I never delved into them. So
it's a tough listen at first. You gotta train your ears for that stuff.
It's different all the way through. Yeah, I listened to it last night, so I'm half and half. I don't know if I'll trade that in yet.
Oh man,
CD right here.
Find of the week right there. That's beautiful.
What's the deal with this?
Well, Rick Danko is the bass player from the band. So when the band kind of dissolved, he did a solo album. I believe that's the first solo album. And from what I heard, it was never pressed on anything else.
Yeah. It's got a send away too from the label.
Holy fuck. So that's like legit.
Yeah, it's wow. Somebody ordered this, obviously, a long time ago. And it's never been made since. So it's like a $30 CD to whoever. So Dan's going to trade me something for that.
Maybe I'll trade you one of those De La Souls.
Found this Bridges to Babylon.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's got the slip.
It's got a slip.
Oh, that's cool. I never see the slip.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
This got popular like in the early 2000s.
I don't know if this is good. So
it's okay. It's listenable.
Oh, sorry, my daughter's blowing her nose.
Oh wow, cool.
The last
know by Queen.
It's the last one with Freddie Mercury, bro.
I've never seen that. Maybe I have that CD, but I don't recall rocking it.
It's on Hollywood Records too, which is weird. Like, why did they dump Queen like to a sub label to a label?
Well, maybe that was to try to get the label over.
I don't know. But the Show Must Go On is the last song. I think that was the only hit. But yeah, he was dying then. Country Joe and the Fish.
Okay, you never see their albums out there either. So
what the?
That's a good find.
Yeah.
What is this shit?
That's hippie rock right there.
Yeah.
Woodstock shit.
Oh shit!
Look at these dudes, bro.
Great look.
Wow.
Afro.
I haven't listened to this, so
It's good. It's fun.
yeah, I'm never gonna find their vinyl, so it's a cool one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Burrito
Flying
Brothers?
Burrito. That's so
Not bad.
funny.
Is that the best of?
Yeah, it's got 20, 23 songs on it. Not
Well,
bad.
if you decide to get rid of that, fam, you hit me up.
All right, it's in your pile.
Thanks.
So I listened to this, and I like a few musicians in the band, but I don't really like it.
Oh, that's Blind Faith, because it has Eric Clapton. That's why it sucks.
Like, we were listening to it last night, and even my wife was like, "Bro,
It's hype.
so, it's not that good." But this is a deluxe edition. Oh, I can't show her. Never mind. We'll get like taken down for that.
Yeah, you got Miner's boobies there.
But yeah, you got little girls' boobies. So
It was a super group, but man, the music was boring as hell.
Did they really put the fucking?
Yeah, it was like a 14-year-old girl.
Why would they do that?
What a plane! I'm not gonna. Obviously, we can't show it, but she's got a plane. See, you can see everything but her. So we won't get taken down with this.
But why would they do that? That's fucking creepy.
People love this, and I'm like, it's not even good. So, but this sells for like 20, 25, 30 bucks. So I'm gonna trade that in.
Good move on that one.
I didn't show you this, but I found a Raph McTell Best of 2 CD. I showed you. I sent you a pic of a random CD of his.
Yeah, no. After you told me that, I threw it on Spotify and listened to it all the way through. Good singer-songwriter, Americana stuff. Good finger picking. Kind of reminds me of Nick Drake a little bit.
So this one is like a best of, and it has 2 CDs. So I figured I'd grab this and I'll throw it to you.
Oh, awesome! Thank you.
And last but not least, I found a Moby Grape, their last album in the 80s.
Well, that's weird. That's
really
super.
You will never see another copy of that in the wild ever again.
It's not even really worth a lot. It's just weird because it's like, I guess, it's not their psychedelic stuff. It's like blues rock, and they put it out in '84. But the fineness, I think, is pretty cool. I'll probably trade this in, unless you're interested. Just let me know.
No, I don't. Moby Grape early shit I love. The later shit I guarantee from '84 ain't my thing.
That isn't that great. And I did find you some Arlo Gumthrees and that Bruce Springsteen. Let me show you that today, bro. Is that cool?
I love that.
That's
Those
cool.
You find those big discs all the time, I noticed.
It's like a DVD CD. So
yeah, it's like that Dio one I found for you.
Yeah, the backside's a DVD. It's immaculate. And I've never seen it with a slipcover. I didn't know they came with.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's beautiful.
Put that in your box, bro.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Cool. Yeah, man. And that one's expensive. That's going in your box. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know either. I had no idea. I know that you don't see Arlo stuff very often, especially the early stuff. You see hits, but not albums.
I told you guys the great grandson of Woody Guthrie is a musician here in Rutland.
Nice.
Yeah. Did I tell you guys that for real? Like legit? He's like good. He plays all the time around here. He does like some of his great grandfather songs. It's crazy, dude. It's like legit.
He's in the right state to do it.
Yeah, and he's pretty fucking good, like to be honest, and he's pretty humble too. Like everyone's like that, you know. And he's just like, yeah. I mean, it's bloodline, dude. It's straight.
Yeah.
He's pretty chill about it. He's got his own band and shit.
His dad's early records are worth some money.
Yeah.
Last bit of pickups for me. LCD sound system.
Nice. My wife would be jelly of that.
Do you want it?
Yeah, throw it in, bro.
All right, it's in your pile because I don't like them at all. This Curtis Mayfield.
That's sexy too.
Do you have this Richard Bryan Con?
I'm good on that, but it's cool looking.
Such a great album.
Yeah.
I got it all on vinyl, so The Meters, you never see Meters stuff.
No.
Talk about instrumental rock. I mean, these guys doing that funky rock stuff, really good. 2-minute songs too. That's the best part. It's not like they're dragging it out.
Yeah, they're a good band.
Funky Christmas, James Brown.
Damn,
that's cool.
That's sexy too. Yeah, you need to rock that this Christmas, bro.
I've never even heard it. Didn't know it existed. Then we got more indie rock. We got, you ever heard of Juniper?
I have. I haven't heard them. I heard of them, yeah.
No.
My Morning Jacket.
Oh, yeah.
They were okay back then. They lost.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff I liked.
They started out.
Ice.
Ice, yeah. Weird. Never seen their stuff.
Interpol. I like some of their stuff. It's all right. Of Monsters and Men.
That's cool.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Never.
These are all bands that I really don't fuck with, but I just see them in that condition. I'm like, I gotta grab it. Vampire Weekend, which I do enjoy.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Great.
And TV on the Radio. And it has a slip.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, my wife.
So, like, I wondered, you guys know, and maybe Dan knows a little bit from working with Victory. How much? So, like, if a band wanted something that had a little bit more to their CD, like those slip covers, or just anything, a poster. Now, like, is that gonna, like, does a record label kind of have to put out more money? I'm guessing for stuff like that. So it's like,
oh yeah,
all right. At that point, who gets the slip cover? Who gets the fucking 2-page fucking liner note? You know,
the artist would dictate what was going to happen with that stuff, and they
right.
Victory always was like, whatever you guys want to do, whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Let us know. The digipacks, we were always like, we want digipacks. That's when Victory wasn't doing digipacks, but we were doing it because we like Hellcat records, and we're like, we want to be on Hellcat, but we're on Victory. But let's.
Well, I remember my first experience with stuff that like alternative like labels and covers was when I found a Tool CD in a parking lot of a gas station. I must have fell out. And it had the fucking 3D glasses, it had the slip cover, it had the pocket inside. You open it up as the pocket. It's just like weird. It was like so thing. And I'm like, later on, I'm like, how much more money did all this cost someone?
They went a little overboard.
Yeah, but I guess if you're selling records, it doesn't really matter.
The last Tool record had like a video inside of the packaging where it played.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Oh, and to finish it out real quick, guys, before we move on, we found a bunch of Sufjan Stevens stuff.
Cool covers.
Yeah, great singer-songwriter stuff, but with all kinds of different instruments, horns, bells, whistles, you name it, he throws it on there. And I found the Christmas box set too, which Richard Brian Con, you're getting that. I don't care whether you don't know if you want it or not.
Okay.
You do want it, trust me.
I do.
We found Daft Punk.
Nice. I never find their shit. I'm gonna grab it if I do. Trust me.
And also the last thing we found was, the band Air.
Yeah.
French kind of dance pop, kind of atmosphere music. Really, really good. So to see this album was awesome. I always come across the Safari Moon, I think is the first album that kind of blew them up. But never see this.
Never heard.
And Grizzly Bear.
Oh, sick.
Nice.
I don't know much about Grizzly Bear.
I've heard of them. I've never listened to them. It's definitely indie rock, right?
Yeah, the band I'm thinking of is the indie rock band.
Yeah, I think it is, because that was all in one lot. Pretty much, I was going through, I snagged 45 CDs from the thrift store, and they all came out at once, and I was just like grabbing, like shit was falling out of my hands. But
because it's different, yeah.
Because you're never going to come across these ever again.
50 cents a piece, pretty much.
A piece, yeah.
I'll show you this real quick because it's right here. My wife's birthday was a couple weeks ago, and I got her this because it's pretty cool. It was at Walmart, but It's like straight, like this is like a legit action figure too. It's not like a cheap one.
Oh, it's a NECA one?
Yeah, I think. But yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, NECA makes all kinds of great figures like that.
It's pretty cool, and I was just like, nothing to do it. I got her this leather face too, eh?
Oh, nice.
So yeah, just So should we talk Guitar World?
Yeah, now we're gonna talk some Guitar World magazine because I've been thinking about it and I'm like, you know what? There was something about learning how to play guitar and getting that monthly magazine every month to kind of inspire you to read about the artists that you loved and the fact that it was full of tabs that you could kind of learn and go along with.
It's huge.
It was huge. What are your memories, Grand Champ? Do you have?
So I never, like, growing up poor the way I did, I never had any subscriptions. I wanted them because that was big. But I worked at, my first job ever was when I was 18, right out of high school. I worked at Rite Aid. And then finally we started making money. And that was still when, like, magazines were still big. You know, we're talking early 2000s. So they would have Guitar World, and I had money at the time. So I was like, all right. So I really got it. I mean, I was pretty young. I was still 17, 18. But, like, I had read them throughout. You know, every once in a while, my mom would give me one for, like, Christmas in my stocking or like Easter. So I was familiar with them. They were great. The articles were great. The tabs were huge. I mean, when I was 17, 18, I was buying them every week because they were right there. Big influence because, like, this is before the internet got really big, and it was really nice to be like, oh, I remember the Metallica ones, some of the most, like the metal bands, and I remember reading up on a lot of that stuff. And the magazine kind of inspired me to print off tabs. You know, back in the day, those tab sites were huge, and all of them were wrong. I think there's some River City Rebel tabs up on online, and I'm like, wait a minute. Some of them are pretty close, but some of them were like, Dan, I don't know. You might want to check this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
to. So that's my experience with it. I definitely had it growing up. It was very sparse, but once I started making money, I bought one every month.
What about you, RBK?
Well, I was lucky. Before I met, in high school, I had a bass player in a band, and he had a subscription, so I would see them every month at that point. But before that point, in high school, you know, we go to the mall, and I'd look in the magazine store, and I'd just look through the tabs. They're like, oh, that's how you play that song. That's how you play that song. So I kind of cheated. I just go and figure out songs and not buy it. But yeah, I loved the Guitar World. It was cool. I always had a poster. So you had 5 tablets.
Yeah.
I only have one still today. And this one I bought like later on. So this is from 2004. So I think I just saw this before and I was like, I need to buy that.
Oh
yeah.
The 100 greatest metal guitarists too, right?
So you
That's
got
pretty cool.
songs. I'm gonna try to get songs up here.
That's pretty cool.
Linkin Park's in there. I don't know why, but Poison, Megadeth, Black Label Society, Black Sabbath, Metallica. Not bad.
Yeah, I feel like for the time they always had to put like the 1 or 2 pop artists that were kind of hip and happening, and then they, you know, give you the classic tabs. There it is, right there.
Poison, right there, son.
That's cool.
So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'd just go in the record, and not the record store, the magazine store, or the bookstore.
Borders, yeah.
Yeah.
Borders, yeah, we had one in the mall.
And it was like right to the Guitar World. And there was another magazine that competed with them.
Guitar Player.
Yeah. And they would have songs. I'd look in there too.
They weren't as glossy. They're a little more serious, where, you know.
Old guitars.
Yeah.
I'll keep looking. It's so funny.
You know, those magazines also remind me so much of the BC rich dudes that bought Warlocks and stuff, you know?
Check this out.
Oh,
Chevelle?
Chevelle, bro. PRS? Yeah, that didn't last long, probably. He didn't have that PRS. Yeah, but I don't have the poster in this one. So And they'd have interviews and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, goddamn, what? Just
Good magazine.
it was good for taking shits too. You know, it was like you read the articles, and then you come out and you're inspired. You want to pick up your guitar and start rocking.
Like, I need to buy this.
Dan has one similar to that.
And I mean, I did buy one for my graduation from high school. I got one of those. That was
really.
They show you their setups in the back, like everything they use.
Oh, I forgot about that too. So they have the whole graph and show you, yeah, all the pedals, the processors, what the rig was.
So that's Jeff Hanneman from Slayer's rig right there.
R.I.P. man.
Full rig, bro. Pretty cool, huh?
Crazy Joe, we're just talking about Guitar World magazine. I don't know if you're familiar with that magazine. It was big in the 90s. I don't know if you played guitar. You probably had friends, at least. If you didn't, they would have issues laying around.
And it would show new equipment that nobody bought, you know, like stuff like this.
Hey, those Behringers were all over the fucking place because they were so cheap.
And then you got Dave Navarro on the back.
Oh, I hate Dave Navarro. Everything about his being, I hate. Jane's Addiction sucks. Tell me you guys don't like them either.
I don't like Jane's Addiction. I'm there with you, bro.
Oh shit! Ah!
Oh.
I just found it thrifting for $15.
I would buy it too.
Yeah, I just bought one, a cheap one too.
Yellow Card's in here. Oh, Tesla's in here. Weird.
Yeah, isn't it weird to have Yellow Card and Tesla in the same magazine?
Yeah, I'm just proving that Yellow Card's in here. I don't know why. But.
Well, you know what I do like? They did a pretty good scale of everything. You know,
they really did, which was I enjoyed that about it. Oh fucking!
Oh God, smacking!
One of the worst bands of all time.
Boomers suck too. GHS Boomers. Fuck that Boomers, bro. Fuck Godsmack.
Ernie Ball all the way.
Prongs on the other side. Thank God. Yeah. Lost Profits. We don't want to talk about that.
No.
That's about it, bros. Darkness. See, they would try to teach you about their song.
Cody's favorite band.
How I wrote a hit single. Come on, man.
That's how I did it. That was that simple, and I jumped real high.
Here's your chords.
So since we're on the topic of magazines, what other magazines did you guys have any nostalgia for? Looking back now, I gotta say, oh yes.
Just
I mean yes. Besides that, I mean I liked. Nickelodeon had a magazine, which I liked because I was a kid, but I also really loved wrestling magazines. I used to collect them I'd go down and see my grandparents, and I would, this guy had a flea market, and I used to get all them, man. I was spending a lot of money at those flea markets down there, old wrestling magazines.
Those are cool.
I was obsessed with magazines. Everything. Every month, I would spend probably $50. I feel like because between Guitar World, rock and roll, alternative press,
alternative flat press. Yeah, but where could you get
Metal's Edge,
Punk Planet? I mean, there was a ton in all the independent zines. I would send away like $15, and they'd send me a bundle of independent zines. I would do that every couple months.
Where did you get Maximum Rock and Roll? You got to send for that too, right?
I had a subscription to all of these magazines. So like every Christmas, I was like, just give me magazines. That's all I want.
The biggest thing is back then you would have to do like, I guess they had credit cards too towards the end, but like money order or check or something, right? Or send them cash. You know, they do it. It's kind of like those.
It was like $20. You know, it was simple. It was easy. And I still get some. I get Tape Op magazine, which is like an independent magazine on recording, and so they interview different people. I've been subscribed since they started the magazine, like forever ago.
Wow, and they still do it. That's
and they
cool.
still do it, and they still pump it out, and the interviews are good, and they have all these underground producers. And it used to be more like independent punk rock oriented and alternative, but now they've kind of expanded to just about everything. So, but still cool. I still get that.
What was
That's
the
cool.
what was the alternative magazine? It always came in a bag.
Alternative Press.
Yeah, that band got a lot of That magazine got a lot of people over. A lot of bands over.
Stuff was cool.
Yeah, we got some love in there. River City Rebels did.
Yeah.
Those are always cool. Remember when we were young, we had highlights. Do you remember highlights, Dan?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, my kids get those. A lady at.
Oh yeah, okay. They're almost like the Tiger Beat kind of thing.
Mad Magazine was always fun. Crack was good too.
Yeah, my parents wouldn't buy me those.
Yeah.
But you guys remember though, in stores, the magazine section was huge. Like at the Rite Aid I worked, like that fucking took up like probably 10 feet of the wall. And now it's nothing like that. Like it's I mean, I remember walking into Rite Aid when I first said, I mean, it was 10 feet of just giant ass magazines from home shopping, home cooking, whatever. It was all that shit.
When we were kids, probably me and Dan, when we were kids, and we were dragged to the grocery store or any random store, there was a magazine section, comic book section. We went there.
Yeah, you go there first and just hang out.
Comics and magazines for free, and our parents were going to buy that shit for us. So.
Some of them were still kind of expensive, like $7, $8 back then. Not much, but
I'd bring quarters so I could buy a comic.
Yeah.
That's
Metal Edge.
Oh, wait one second before we go off air. You said comics. I got to show these real quick.
Ooh,
they're here.
Nice. I need to sell all my shit. I'm just not into comics anymore. And they're getting bigger and bigger. So
I like novelty comics, and that's about it.
Time to sell if you got good stuff. Everybody's grading them too. I don't know about grading. I'm just not going to call it.
All right, because I forgot about this because it's been 2 weeks since we've been on. But I got these at the thrift, and these are really fucking cool. So I'm going to flash them quick. So, and I've got 12 of the Turtles Adventure ones.
Nice.
So, what year is that from? Do we know?
This is original. This is
90s, bro.
Yeah. So this is
wow.
That's 80s. That's 89.
89. So, dude, check this out.
That's
all original.
Right there.
Well, yeah, dude, and they're all in great shape, and they were all put out in the thrift at the same time.
That's a cool cover.
You better bag those up quick, Brandon.
Damn,
dude. But one of them's worth $70. I have issue number 1 in here.
Yeah, you need to bag those up, bro.
Listen, look at this one right here from the movie. This one's cool. So this is that comic actually straight up based on the movie, which they did a separate one. So they keep coming, dude. Like they're all. I took them all. This old lady was super pissed at me because I snagged them, and she's like, "What up?" And I'm like, "That's what's up."
Yeah,
I just took them. Yo, and check this out. These go back too.
Oh,
these go back too.
Yeah, Marvel ones. Yeah. Those are cool, man. Those are in great shape.
Yeah, dude. I got a bunch. This one right here.
You all right?
Mike, what's up, man? But this one right here. But wait a minute. My favorite of the bunch. Oh!
I actually have that one.
It's awesome. I mean, she's the
killer.
Almost done here. Batman. This one's cool. Indiana Jones. This one's actually worth a couple bucks too. The Captain America. You guys ever seen this? Forgot I had these until you guys said comics.
No, I've never seen the Kool-Aid Man one.
This is the issue number 1 too, grand opening. So this is worth $25. So yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I've completely forgot until you said comic books. But dude, that fucking lady, and she was old, and I'm like, what are you gonna do with these turds? Like, it's not even your generation. I wasn't a dick about it. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna grab these because like I'm not even gonna look through them. I'm just gonna buy them all, 50 cents a piece. And she was like, all like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like,
Sure.
Whatever, dude. You're not looking at them. Like, it's good. Mike. Well, she's pissed. She's back there throwing it. And you know what? Another dude was right next to me, and he came in and he took what was left. So she was left. I mean, they were gone. Oh, the news I wanted to tell you real quick. I've got Nick goes off. So I'm at the thrift. Okay? I'm at the thrift. My thrift store that's right up the road. And I drive in. I drive into the thrift store. Now this thrift store is in an abandoned like shopping plaza. They have all these little places, but they're all been abandoned. It's just the Goodwill there. So I drive in and I see in one of the abandoned things, coming soon, Vermont Retro Game and Retro Academy coming soon. I'm like, oh, that's me. And I look them up on the internet and I'm like, oh shit. It's this place that's in the mall in Burlington. It's a huge, huge store in the mall. Like big. It's not like a little. So they do all of it. They do video games, they do everything, right? So I call up the guy and I'm like, when you guys opening? He's like, oh, we're gonna be opening October. Like, we're doing it. And then it hits me. That's it for my retro fucking finds, dude. Wanna know why? They're going to have a guy walk. I mean, it's right there. They're going to be having a guy walk into that Goodwill all fucking day long. And they're in the same, like, because it's not just video games. It's comics. It's everything. Yeah. So you already know it's over, dude. It's fucking over. Like, they're going to, like, snag everything. Like, it's in the same realm. And, I mean, dude, it's like feet away. It's like so close.
Okay, but here's the thing. This is the best part though, because when you have a store like that sells all that stuff, guess what happens? All your customers that are coming are looking for that same shit too, and they're gonna go to that Goodwill. So they're gonna buy the stuff. So now no one gets anything. Like it's gonna be slim pickings for everyone. So
that's yeah, I know, but I'm pissed because it sucks because like it's not just video games, they do all this, and I'm like. All right, so at this point, like you said, everyone, but if the shit that I miss, you know that they're going to get, and they're going to be jacking it up right away. Right away. They're going to bring it across the street. It's going to be one shelf to the other, feet away. And I'm like, dude, it sucks because we have the best Goodwill in Vermont, hands down. It's not even a competition. We have the best, and the party's going to be over. This is it. I mean, I guarantee you, Dan, you think that was on purpose? You think they just found this place? They knew. I mean, they're like,
I don't know about that. You'll see. It's just what's gonna happen is the competition is gonna be so fierce that you have to specialize in music, punk music, because at least you still have that. You can still find music. Most people don't like good music, so you can like still
true.
Music.
They have to pay people to do that too. So
yeah, well, I'm thinking they can just literally have that guy walk over. I was doing it, just be like, "Yo,"
but he might be saving some of that shit for himself. So
that's true too. So we'll see. But I'm also like, "Shit, man, is the party over?" Well, you guys will know in the next couple of weeks, and I'll give you an update.
They might be more expensive than Goodwill, so people might still.
Oh, they are gonna be.
Crazy Joe's saying it's time to start collecting DVD players, and
Yeah,
but it's true though, because that's a thing. You just move on to something else you enjoy. Like the DVD box sets, nobody gives a shit about it. So yeah. I've been swooping those for months now.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm waiting for people to get hip to it, but they're not hip to it. So
hey, I appreciate the Scooby-Doo box set, man. I'm so stoked on that shit. Fuck yeah. Actually, you know what's crazy? My music teacher just got COVID, and he's like, I've been texting him, and he's like, dude, he had the vaccine and everything. He's like, I'm fucking losing my mind. He's been home and his work's making him stay home another week. And I'm like, he's like, do you got anything to watch? I'm like, yo, you can borrow this. I go, I need it back. So he's going to borrow my Scooby-Doo. So you're helping someone right now, Dan. So, I mean, he can't see his wife. He's in the basement. He's, and I just brought him a care package. I brought him a bunch of food from the co-op and left on his front. I'm like, open your door, buddy. But, I mean, yeah, fuck. That's it.
So just keep the faith. You'll be fine. You're going to find something.
I hope so, man.
The people will get sick of going because they're not finding anything, and they'll eventually just give up. And as long as you keep going, you're fine.
I'm glad that guy gave me that replacements record, man. He didn't have to. He was like, he knew, and like it's weird because he's a customer at the co-op, so we always talk about thrifting when he comes in, and we always go at the same time. I don't know if it lines up with his lunch break or whatever, but we're always meeting. And he was just like, yo, Nick, I already know you. I know what you buy here. He's like, take this. But he did take those fucking Dylan records, which I was like, all right, fuck. I kind of, because I saw him, he's like, oh, I'm taking these. I'm like, all right, you gave me a bone, but I'm like, damn. At that point.
He could just give you one Dylan record and kept that replacement.
Yeah, that would have been the sucky.
I know it. And he's like, no, you can have this, man. He's like, he's weird, man. He's into everything. He's into like cups and bowls and weird. He's like, he's just a single dude. He's got no shit. That's what he does. He doesn't even resell. He's just this old bratty kind of dude. His house is full of awesome shit.
Yeah, you need to go to his
awesome shit.
You need to get better friends.
And he's knowledge, man. He'll tell you exactly. You walk up to him, he's like,
got game.
You just know he's like, he doesn't blow smoke. Like he's the type of dude that like he's telling you about this. He's like, he fucking knows. He's not flexing because he doesn't resell. He's like, yeah, these spoons, man. They're Scottish and I'm like, all right, yeah, you know it. And it's just that's his thing.
Lesson learned to everybody when you go thrifting.
Make friends.
Make friends, because
you get a replacement record.
They will. Maybe.
A bunch of shoebies went past that because the cover. You already know that shit was passed through. They didn't know.
Yeah.
You gotta
his record.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say about that, guys.
Well, we're at the hour and 2 minute mark, so that's gonna do it for Rebel Rock tonight. We had a good time talking music, Guitar World, Nick losing his mind.
Got some good pickups.
A lot of good pickups.
Hopefully
the trend continues for next week, and we can hang out again.
Keep the
yes.
But until then, guys, everyone have a good night, and we'll see you next week.